What's going on, party people? Another day training out here at Hobbs Island Shooting Range. Today we're working a few different things. I haven't really defined exactly what that is yet, but I did see an exercise that Dream Carries on the gram at Dream Carries did, and it inspired me to check it out. We raced together a week or so back at Cavern Cove, and I wish we were on the same squad because we were kind of neck and neck throughout the day. And it was just cool. It was cool to see a new shooter, meet a new shooter, and then kind of be with them throughout the match. Don't know what I'm saying at this point. Anyways, out here training. This is a modified version of that. So what I'm doing, I need to work distance. That's a big thing too. So starting here, and then it's at 15 yards. I'm just going to do 2 rounds, visual patience, then transition over, and then 2, reload 2, and then sprint over to here and finish at 15 yards to help with my throttle control, my movement, and just working at distance a little bit, because I find myself my control has gotten way better at distance with accuracy, but I need to pick up my confidence in moving through at distance a little bit more. And if I do that, I know that I want to start breaking. I'm doing like 75 to 79% at most matches, or at some matches, we'll put it that way. And I really want to start tipping into the 80% overall. And so I feel like this will help me get there. I'm also going to be focusing heavily. Well, the theme of my life right now is entries and exits. That is it. And so this is going to help me with that as well. Let's see how it goes. All right. So this is completely cold. Just to see where I'm at, starting completely fresh. Legs are not warmed up. Hands, eyes, nothing's warmed up. I'm going to see how I do, where my time is, and then run through it a few times and see where we land. All right, time 10 seconds. First shot 139. Let's go check the hits. So, okay. I'm super close. I don't know if you guys can see. It's pretty close. I should at least had one alpha in there. And then on here, this should be nothing but alphas. I don't know. I think I was going from head box to head box instead of A zone. So I got 2 alphas, 2 Charlies, and then 4 Charlies. I like this drill though. Let's see where we're at on the distance targets. Yeah, we're doing good. Alpha Charlie. That's in the middle of Charlie. It's too close to Delta. I would prefer, if I'm going to hit a Charlie, to be closer over here, but we're going to work on getting double alphas on that. Yeah, I had a feeling that this is going to be horrible. I got that alpha. This was my first shot, and then corrected over here. Okay, so that's what we're working with. Like I said, time was 10:01. First shot was 138. So we'll see where we go from here. All right, so that was 10:44, 135. First shot was about the same. Let's see how my hits are. All right, so lost a bullet. All right, so this is unacceptable. I'm so close. I should be hitting all alphas, but better than last time, right? 3 alphas, 1 Charlie. And I did way better on this head box. I took a minute though. You can tell from the time. I took about a half a second fast or slower, but I got 2 alphas, 2 Charlies. And I cleaned up the transition into here, Alpha Charlie instead of Alpha Delta. All right, so I'm not upset about that. And then that's a little too close for comfort, but I'm okay with it. 2 alphas. All right, let's see where we go on our third run. Another thing I want to call out here is grip. And I don't want to be another grip guy. Everyone's like, grip this, grip that. At least I was when I was first learning. And I've gone through several different ideas on grip. I can't define them. I've just tried a few things. What I have found to be the most successful is exactly what Lee Henderson and Mike Wong have taught me, and I haven't really experienced that until I hurt my right hand. So the first time I felt it, I got bit by my mechanic, and the slide came back and got me, and so I couldn't really grip well with my right hand, and so I over gripped with my left hand, I just gripped better with my left hand. My shots were great, and then I got my right hand healed up, and then I went back to having a lack of confidence in my grip. Well, these last two matches that I've done exactly what Mike Wong said. He goes, your right hand is just holding the gun up. That's all it's doing. It's enough pressure to hold the gun up, and then you're driving. He didn't say driving, but you're gripping well with your left hand. That's what's going to control everything. And once I've surrendered to that idea, my accuracy at distance has become so much better. I feel way more confident in moving. So I'm going to work with that today. Now, one thing I don't want to do, I just want my left hand to be a tighter grip than my right hand. And I don't want my right hand to be so tight that I can't move my trigger finger. That's my only goal. At distance, I feel like I put so much input in with my right hand if I'm over gripping my right and not my left. And I'm getting, the gaps between, it's like a high Charlie and a low Delta type situation. So trying to eliminate that today as well. So that was interesting. Time was 10:38. First shot was 1:30. That's pretty great for time, but I already know what I'm dealing with out at the distance. So let's see the ones up close first. Up close, way tighter, way better. I also took my time. I felt like I took my time, but then 10:38 is very acceptable to me. All alphas. We got 2 Alpha, 2 Charlie, still in the same vicinity. Oh, well, I thought it was a mic. I called a mic on this one, up and away. But I'm okay with a tight Charlie and then an Alpha. Yeah, this one, talking about that, that's nice. So Alpha, Alpha. So, getting closer on the third take. The first shot at 1:30 at 15 yards. And then, I accept that. I don't think that's horrible. But if I'm going to shoot like that, then my transition to the right needs to be way more significant. So I'm going to work on really bump firing over and moving over into the middle section. Time was crazy better. First shot, 1:10. You're gonna see how it goes though. I don't have much faith on this one. So first shot was 1:10. Total time was 8:72. Let's see. So we're back to 1 Charlie here and all Charlie there. So this needs to be moved up. Now granted, this is the middle section of the target, so that's where you should go at a match. Oh yeah, here it is. There's that big fat mic. That's the Charlie mic. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, but don't worry. We got ourselves an Alpha mic. The training wheels definitely fall off going 2 seconds faster. So clearly I like the speed of that, but if I want to move my feet at that speed, what do I need to do to get my hits? Pop quiz. Anybody? Move my eyes faster. So my eyes need to move faster. That's what this tells me. So I'm going to move the exact same speed, and I'm going to move my eyes faster and see what happens. Completely lost my dot. Okay. All right, first shot, slowed down a little bit, 138. Instead of 110, that was crazy last time. Total time was 9:42. Let's see how we did on the hits. All alpha, loving that. Totally okay with this. This one's a little wild, but it's a Charlie. So 1 alpha, 3 Charlie. It's still a progress. Still a progress. Oh yeah, baby. Taking that time. Now, granted, I could have moved to the left just a touch, but taking that 0.2 of a second on the draw gave me a tighter group. I'm okay with that. I just need to focus my eyes a little bit further over. This is the real test. Oh yeah, this crap. Alpha, delta. I lost my dot and I rushed through it. But that was still progress. That was round 5. So let's give it a round 6. See if we can hit that target of sub 10 seconds. Accepting. I'll accept 2 Charlies. That was a low delta. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I felt it too. I gave input into the gun before I pulled the trigger. So, what is falling out? Anyways. This is fun. Alright, so 2 alpha, 2 Charlie. Mid on that. 3 alpha, 1 Charlie. Extremely unacceptable. Let's see here. And by the way, the time was 9:13. That's great. First shot was 121. And that's what I'm talking about. That is good. So we maintained our draw with dignity. And then this was the first shot and the recovery. I felt it happen. I pushed into the gun before pulling the trigger. And so my timing was off. So I'm going to give it a 7th round and see where we land. Oh yeah. That was hot. That was hot and controlled. I still got a delta. I know I did. I felt it. But the time, bam, 856, first shot 112. So, Mike Wong would say, outrun your mics. I hopefully would have outran that delta. Let's see where we're out in the close targets. Super good. Big thumbs up on that. Big thumbs up on that. 2 alpha, 3 alpha, 1 Charlie. Big win there. We'll go to the bad news first. Oh yeah, super bad news. Charlie, delta. But I'm going the right direction, if that makes sense. Let's see what the first guy is looking like. Alpha Charlie. So, what's the takeaways from that? Arrive early. The reason why I felt controlled, my hits weren't what I want them to be, but I'm going to move on to another exercise. But I felt extremely controlled and way more confident in that. Why did I feel that way? I moved my eyes faster. What does that allow me to do? I can arrive earlier. What does that allow me to do? Pull the trigger faster. So, one thing I've learned from a few folks on the gram, I think I reshared a dude talking about arriving early and arriving late. I should know these names, my apologies. And his mentality is that if you show up late to the first position, then you will most likely be late to the rest of your positions. Or if you're rushing to get to the end, then where did the wheels fall off? And he defined it as you were arriving late. Okay, so arrive early. Arriving early means gun is up, dots on target. You're just waiting to round the corner or whatever that position may be. And that's what I attempted here. And how did I get there? It's not much of a time shift, right? Like that was 8.56, 9.56. I probably would have gotten mostly alphas. But because I moved my eyes faster, that felt way more controlled. It felt controlled, which in my mind, control equals slow. And it wasn't slow, it was just a nice control. All I had to do was snap my eyes faster. So, at the risk of continuing to repeat myself, move your eyes faster, arrive to your spot earlier, pull the trigger sooner, move to the next spot. That's how you win matches.